what I was curious about for us to talk about would be, I assume it would have been cold calling, right?
Yeah, because we want to start you. Well, it's not necessarily cold calling, it's prospecting that we need next, right?
Right.
The question becomes, what type of prospecting are we going to be doing? Is it going to be a prospecting strategy that costs us more money, or is it going to be, we're going to start with a low cost prospecting strategy that doesn't cost much to kind of scale up as we go? So yeah, I mean, we want to pick cold calling particularly because it doesn't cost you anything, right?
Right.
And,
Right.
and the other reason why we want to choose it is because you're fully in control of everything when it comes to cold calling. So when we, and Tio, I showed this Tio had the same questions before. Cold calling success depends on your lead list, depends on the offer, and depends on the back end systems you have. Okay.
Right.
Now, for every 100 calls you make when cold calling, you should have a minimum of 5 booked appointments. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't have 5 booked appointments off of 100 dials, then something in the system is broken. Okay. One of these things here will be broken if for every 100 dials, you're not booking 5 appointments. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's talk. So 100 dials equals 5 appointments minimum. Okay. Now, let's just quickly dive into this, Sinjin, so you're completely aware of how this works. Okay.
Okay.
So the lead list is important, right? What do we mean by that? So, when Tio first started, he was actually cold calling off of Indeed. So he would come here, search up people who are looking for, let's just say, appointment setter in Toronto, and he would find jobs, and then he would cold call companies, okay,
Okay.
from this list that are looking to hire that particular role. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seems like a great strategy on paper. However, it doesn't actually work because what you need in your lead list is that every single company on the list is the same niche. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, for example, this is what a lead list should look like. Okay. So, one second. This is what a lead list right now. You see this guy in my file? He's here in purple.
Yeah.
So this is my data miner. I pay him about $300 a month USD. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what he does is he builds this list step by step, day by day, all day. He's just verifying these contact details, making sure they're all correct, finding all the direct contacts, email, phone number, address, first name, last name, link to their page, etc. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is like a list such like for mortgage agents, right? So like this is what I would do almost every single day when cold calling. Okay. I would have a list that's specific to one niche, and that I can't tell you how important that is because we're going to be regurgitating a high quality offer at the same people, because there's something in marketing called offer resonance. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have not.
Okay. So offer resonance is like how well is your offer resonating with the people you are sending the offer to, right?
Right.
Well, offer resonance is going to be low if this is your strategy here, because not everyone is the same niche. Not everyone's getting the same offer. There's going to be different resonances across the board, and you're not even going to be able to determine the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So in order to run a clean test that actually works, what needs to happen is we just simply need to create this lead list. So here's the lead list. I'm going to put in the industry here. So industry is mortgage. Okay. And I'm going to literally, I'm just going to drag this across the board, like all the way down, just so I have my full lead. You'll see what I'm about to do with this in a minute. Okay. So here, take a look. Okay. So now my industry is mortgage, and that's how you know the first step of the cold calling strategy is the same niche. Okay. Mm-hmm. What I do is I'll go file, download CSV. Are we seeing that?
Yeah.
Okay. from there, and my data miner is working, right? Like he's in here grinding on the regular. Like I'll click on his name again. Like he's already, see, look, since I uploaded, he's already put one more lead in. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's happening in real time. Like that's happening constantly. And then I go to my CRM. I'll go to import leads. Every CRM is different. You have Close.io, you have GHL. They're all the same shit. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have a proper structure, right? So here is what I'm doing. I'm uploading my cold lead list that I just went ahead and I'm going to mark where I left off. So I'm going to mark this in yellow. This is where I last left off for my last import. You see that?
Yeah.
And then I download the leads and I have to map the fields. I'm mapping these fields here, first name, last name, mobile, email, company number, whatever, with the fields in my CRM. So first name needs to match first name in my CRM. Last name needs to match last name. Mobile number needs to match direct phone in my CRM. Email is email, company name, perfect. Location, we're going to put address for our CRM field, and then URL, and then industry. Fantastic. All right. And then we're going to check if the lead already exists by searching for the email first, and then we're going to import. Okay. So we have about, let's see how many leads we have processing right now. Roughly 985 new leads being ported into my system. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're starting out, Sinjin, you're going to hit this list. Okay. Mm-hmm. However, after you successfully hit the list and are able to produce 5 appointments per 100 dials consistently, right? Like you're able to do that for like 5 days, 6 days, 8 days in a row, right? You've solved your setting process, cold setting process, and all you need to do is replace this with someone else now to do it for you. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Are there any questions at this point?
Yeah. So when you imported the list, what were you using that you imported that list on?
Oh, great question. So yeah, in the course, there's actually a video specifically that talks about data mining, okay, and how it works. Like, look, he's already built 2 more leads. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Like, and I'm going to go back to this. We're still on this bucket here. We haven't even moved on. Like, we're just on this first point. So now the second thing is the decision maker. So which ties into your question, right? You just said, where do you get your list? I actually specifically chose to get these people. Okay. Mm-hmm. Reason being is because, let me ask you something. If you're a mortgage agent or a real estate agent, what's the likelihood you have a receptionist?
I assume is it highly likely, or?
Yeah, think about it, right? Like when you call a realtor,
yeah,
is there a receptionist answering?
I would assume so.
Nope, there isn't. Okay, there isn't. This is one of the only niches. So agents, insurance agents, mortgage agents, realtors, people that are agents, you understand? Agents, brokers. These types of people leave their cell phone numbers online. Okay. And when you call them, these guys are the ones answering. They don't have receptionists. They're not a corporation. They're a one-man show working at a brokerage. Make sense? So they want you calling them. That's how they get their deals, right? Mm-hmm. And if you visit any of these websites, like here's where we found the data. Like this person's information is all like in here, right? This isn't loading properly, but like this is a web, this page here, like findabroker.com. Okay. You would type in, let's just say like, I don't know, Toronto or sorry, California. Whatever, right? San Francisco. Search. Okay. See that? It finds me a list of 889 results. See that there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I come back into the search bar. I type in New York. This just found me another 370 brokers, like next to this like rural area of New York. Right.
Right.
So you need your data. This is the link you would send to your data miner. Your data miner is the one that operates off of this page, makes the new searches every day, like finds new leads, loads them into this list for you. Your goal is not to go looking for this. You just find the website once and then send it to your data miner. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
these are all these, look at all these directories I found. These are all these links here. These are all directories. So my data miner, Eliezer, he has access to these links in the Google Sheet at any time. So if he runs out of leads here, he can just go find a new database that I found for him and just go find new leads for this niche, the mortgage niche. See what I mean?
Yeah.
And all he's doing is typing in mortgage agent Toronto, mortgage agent Cambridge, mortgage agent whatever, Hamilton. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
And he's building the list one by one. So here's one brokerage, here's another brokerage I scraped, here's another brokerage, right? Like, so you want to be data mining. Okay, I'm going to move on from this point, but the bottom line is this: the decision maker has to be on the list. How do you know which list to scrape? Same niche, decision maker answers the phone. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, you're sitting there calling companies here, you are never going to hit a decision maker. Like, the chances of you hitting a decision maker are super slim, because the people even posting these jobs are not the people that are the ones that actually determine if you get hired and things like that, right? Or aren't the people in charge of where the money goes and things like that. Okay, so it's not like you need something repeatable, same niche, same strategy, same everything. Okay, with decision makers picking up. Okay.
Okay.
Think of niches where that's possible, right? Home renovation, right? Realtors, mortgage agents, life insurance. Like, there's so many different people where their cell phone numbers are online. Now, same niche, decision maker, okay? Volume, meaning minimum 100 dials a day, okay?
Okay.
If I go to my reports for my business and I show you last year, we made 132,000 outbound calls. That make sense?
Yeah.
We booked a total of 4,229 appointments, of which we closed 513 customers last year. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So if you follow the system, this works. Okay. This isn't just talking. This is real shit that we're talking about here. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, you understand the lead list aspect of things, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. The offer, this is very important because, and I'll pull up, your offer must resonate with that particular niche. Okay. Now here, if I'm calling this niche here, if I'm calling the mortgage professionals, right? We got a fresh lead. See, all these leads just got uploaded. I'm just going to reload. Okay, hold on. No, they're not finished uploading. But anyways, all the leads will go ahead and they will start to populate on this list, right? Now, I'm calling only mortgages, mortgage. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for this exercise, you're going to need a script that is specific to mortgages, right? Like, you're not calling other niches. So what's important with your offer is that you're using the same lingo, right? Now, what I mean by lingo is, imagine if I told you, St. John, you're a mortgage broker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I told you, hey, I'm going to get you more clients, right?
Right.
Now, imagine if I told you, hey, St. John, I'm going to get you more refinances, HELOCs, and renewals, as well as consolidation clients, and reverse mortgages. What's the difference there, St. John?
You're providing me more value.
I'm providing you more value. How, though? Because the first situation is I'm going to get you more clients, right?
Right.
The second situation is I'm going to get you more reverse mortgages. I'm going to get you more HELOCs. I'm going to get you more refinances. What's the difference there?
I assume it's just you're speaking more in regards to what you can get, like you can offer me.
Not necessarily. All that's changing, it's the same thing. Situation A, I'm getting you more clients, and situation B, I'm getting you more refinances, consolidations, reverse mortgages. Those are also getting you more clients. But the difference is that I'm using your lingo. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. I understand.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there being like, hey, buddy, I'm going to get you more clients. Like, everyone is saying that. Okay. If I'm calling a mortgage list, I'm telling them the exact mortgage clients they're going to get. You see what I mean? With their lingo, so that they know that I know what I'm talking about. Because I'm not saying, hey, let me get you more clients, as if I'm calling a list of 1,000 people, you know?
Mhm.
I'm targeting you in a very specific way using the offer structure. Okay. And I have recordings of it. I have like everything's there, but basically how it works is I'll say like, hey, you know, Sinjin, what's going on, man? You'll say, oh, not much. You know, I'm like, okay, well, this is Avi calling you, right? You're like, who the fuck is Avi? Like, I'm never, you know, who's this guy, right? And I'm like, well, look, Sinjin, I was just taking a look at your LinkedIn profile and I sent you over a connection request just now. I wanted to formally introduce myself to you here as the situation is highly explosive. Okay. What I do is I help you drive more refinance, consolidation, and renewal deals. We also will get you more reverse mortgages and HELOCs. Okay. So essentially what I do is I warm up the lead, I get them ready, and I nurture the deal. So it's not only the highest quality mortgage buyer, but all you need to do is show them your lending options. Okay.
Mhm.
These people will have already submitted their mortgage applications, already submitted their purchase analyzer, and they even schedule themselves in on your calendar, right? So it's extremely high quality sales opportunities, Sinjin. Okay. And look, I saw you here on my network on LinkedIn, and I wanted to carve out roughly 30 minutes tomorrow around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., you know, for us to meet face to face. I'll show you my strategy. I'll show you how we get the leads, warm them up, get them ready to proceed with you. Look, man, I have enough references to choke a horse. Okay. We carve out 30 minutes tomorrow. It's going to be the best decision you make all year round. Okay. Before we do that, what type of deals are you looking for, Sinjin? And then you ask your first qualifying question. Great. Now, what's your average order value? If I bring you a deal tomorrow, Sinjin, how much is that paying you? Right. Boom.
Mhm.
You ask 2 qualifying questions. Then you say, how's tomorrow, 2 p.m., schedule them in on the calendar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we opened up by saying I was taking a look at your LinkedIn profile. We're not saying, hey, I'm calling from variance marketing. Okay. That's the other thing. Don't sound like you're this corporate guy. Okay.
Right.
When you cold call, you're acting as if you know each person by first name and you've known them for years. Okay.
Mhm.
So, like Zachary Wolf here on the list, like, or for example, these are all the leads that uploaded 2 minutes ago. Leslie Larson, right? When I call Leslie, I'm like, Leslie, how are you? That's how I talk to Leslie, right? As if I've known her for so long. So, anyways, you understand resonating with the niche via the lingo. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That is here. Okay. It's very simple. It's just creating a script and an offer that is so good for one particular niche. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So that's resonating with the lingo. If I was talking to dentists, I wouldn't say, hey, I'm going to get you clients. I would say, hey, I'll get you more patients. See what I mean? That's the
Mhm.
lingo. If I was talking to, you know, I don't know, if I was talking to fucking, you know, home renovation people, right? I'll
Mhm.
tell them, look, I'll get you more homeowners. I'm not going to get you more clients, get you more homeowners. See what I mean? So you're just using that very drilled down, detailed lingo to really stand out. People are going to believe in you once you do that. So yeah, anyways, synergize is very important. So you have to be warm. Like I was telling you, when I was talking to Leslie, I'm calling Leslie as if I've known her for the last like 7 years, you know? Never tell people what company you're calling from. That doesn't matter. You just give them the offer and they decide if they want to schedule with you. Okay.
Mhm.
Volume minimum $100 a day. You saw our volume. I showed you 140,000 calls last year. Right.
Right.
Okay. Like how many calls is that? Like 140,000 divided by 12 months. That's 11,000 calls a month. It's a lot of calls, man. It's a lot of calls. And you guys, you get there and you'll be able to make 10 mil a year and things like that once we set up the structures. These are the structures that are the beginning phases. Okay.
Mhm.
So volume's important, your offer is important, and your lead list is important. Now do you see why?
Yes.
Okay. Now, last but not least, the back end must be beautifully set up. And this is why I told you, set up your Panadoc, set up your CRM, right? Get
Mhm.
the basics done, you know, because I can cold call you all day. Look what happens, right? Like on my script, once I call you, and let's just say, Sinjin, you agree to the time, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to come here to my booking link. Do you see this? I'm going to click here. This is a round robin meeting link that's going to schedule any of my sales reps. Okay. So let's just say Thursday, the 9th, 2 p.m. as an example. I'll fill this with the person I just booked with their details. I'll fill this. Okay. Once I input their information here, it's going to trigger a bunch of automations. It's going to start sending them email drips. It's going to start adding them to the CRM under like, booked appointment. It's going to create a Google invitation with like a meeting link, like you see here. It's going to have so many different automations that come after I just simply input their information. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So you kind of just need a system that automates everything, where the client sees that you're a legit company and that you're like actually like sick, Like when you book that appointment, they should be getting a text message. Then they should be getting an email. Then they should be getting hit with like some testimonials. Then they should get enrolled through like a Facebook ad or something like that. Like there should be all these amazing back end structure. Is that clear? Okay. The course really talks about this a lot. Like we don't even need to jump into this right now, this part. Because it's all like literally in there, So you want it right now. You built like an initial backend is what you built so far. Okay. But every day that goes by, think about it like this. You're trying to make your backend sicker and sicker and sicker, because the more dope your backend is, the easier it will be to push people over to the finish line. Okay. So that's why, like, you look at our website, like I'll have like testimonials, like up the ass, like we'll have all kinds of nurture sequences. We'll have all kinds of things that we try to show you so that you can see the value of working with us. Right. Okay. And so, yeah, that would include like your automation, like email, messenger, or whatever, IG strategy, everything should be included in here. So now, if done correctly, these 3 things, okay, if you do these correct, this will be your result. Every day that goes by, 5 new appointments are booked. Every single day that goes by, you are acquiring 5 new sales appointments. So every day you'll have 5 opportunities to make money. Every day. Okay?
Okay.
Now, have you booked 1 appointment before?
No, I've not.
Okay. So we're starting from scratch. So which niche are you trying to serve right now?
Ideally, I wanted to try and do something that was a little outside of what I've seen everybody do, and I haven't seen much when it came to like custom home building. I mean, I don't know if that was a actual niche that I could market like my service to.
Yeah,
like
let me show you. What you need, man, is it's very simple. Like if I were you, here's what I would do. Okay. I would go to Home Stars. Have you ever heard of Home Stars?
I've not.
Okay. Home Stars is where you find the professionals that do home services. Okay. So let's just say if I were to talk about, like, these are all the potential project types, right? So let's just go ahead and say you want to work, you said builders, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just click on builders, new tab, design and build, new tab, general contractors, new tab. Okay. We have, I'll literally just go like this, like builders in Toronto. See that? Boom. Look at all these builders. 515 builders just here from this list, where I can scrape their details. Literally click on their listing, grab their phone number right here. You can find their website, their email, all their information's here. Okay. Have your data miner build you a list of 250 minimum per day.
Do you think that I should be trying to like outsource a data miner like right now, or do you think that I should just be kind of making the list on my own in the beginning, and when I start like getting clients, then I should get a data miner?
Yeah, maybe you should wait actually a little bit. The thing about a data miner, here's what I love about data miners, man. They're not like you could go right now, Sinjin, and go to a website like D7 Lead Finder. Have you ever heard of this?
I have not.
You can go to D7 Lead Finder and search right now for like plumbers in Cali, as an example. And you'll be able to see a bunch of different leads that roll up to that search. Like D7 Lead Finder does the list building for you. Okay. Now V7 Lead Finder does the list building for you. You don't need a data miner. However, it's a tool, right? Where people just pay for it and they can search anything they want and get any leads they want, right?
Right.
So these lists are pretty much hit all the time. You understand? Whereas if I built my own custom lead list, off of a specific list that not everyone's scraping, only I'm doing it custom, then the likelihood of those leads being hit as often is less. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So that's the benefit and drawback, right? So you ask, should I get a data miner now? Well, you don't need to. You can just sign up for this and like pay 36 bucks Canadian and get like 3,500 leads a day, and these 3,500 leads a day that you get, that could be all you need for your cold calling. But there's benefits and drawbacks to every strategy, because these leads are a part of a database that a lot of people have access to, right? Whereas this is more of a custom strategy that you're building these people's information one by one. So it's up to you, man. Like, I personally like the data more from data mining, but you can decide whatever you want at the end of the day, right? There's no right answer. As long as these things are in place, like if you're getting your lead list from D7 Lead Finder, great. It has to be same niche, decision makers, and volume. That's all we care about for lead list. So with data mining, a lot of the details can get verified manually by your data miner and things like that. So it can be like a lot more accurate. But other than that, man, like just get D7 Lead Finder and start with that. It's like 36 bucks a month Canadian, instead of 300 US a month for a data miner, right?
Right.
Like, get this thing, start hitting it, and yeah, realistically, so like that's the focus here. So in terms of where you call from your CRM. Like I'd literally click the new lead and just dial them from my CRM. Like just click call. You see it's calling him right now. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need these backend systems so that you can start this workflow. And keep in mind, once you start this workflow and you're actually consistently booking 5 a day, within 1 month, that's 20 weekdays times 5 appointments. It's 100 appointments. Let's just say you have a 20% close rate on the 100 appointments. That's 20 new clients in 1 month, just off cold calling. You think you can do it?
Yes, I believe I can. I mean,
no, you shouldn't believe you can. You got to know you can, bro. Trust me.
Right. I mean, beyond the cold calling portion of it, I do need to obviously work on the sales part as well, because I think that was the one thing that I had the most, I guess, trouble with when it came to like thinking about it and setting up that whole like sales call and like what I would say and how I would structure my offer so that they actually think that I'm worth investing in.
Right. Yeah, like, look, at the end of the day, how do people determine if you're worth investing in? Like for you, right? If you were to hire someone, what would you need to see to say, okay, this guy's a good deal and I should hire him?
I guess it'd be a lot of like prior results so that I actually know that they're capable of giving what they offer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right now, if you go back to the course, there's literally a video that talks about how to get case studies for free. Have you seen that?
I mean, I could be wrong. I remember hearing you mention like obviously like you can fake it till you make it and just have people give you testimonials.
No, you need to do that. Like that's bro, just keep this in mind, man. Okay, I want to be clear about something. The goal of you being in this program is to make more fucking money. Okay?
Right.
That is the goal. We're not here to be we don't have any other goals in that process, okay? The only goal that we have here is to produce a lot more money. Okay? Now, what's a faster way to go about that? Offering people free services to get testimonials initially and then gradually building your testimonial base, or speeding through that, getting started with 3 to 5 testimonials that you order online, as an example, to start with, just so you can get people over the edge. Which do you think is faster, in terms of growing your business?
I assume the second one.
The second one. So regardless of what the decision is, we want the fastest option always, because we're trying to make more money now. I'm not waiting another fucking 2 years to make, more money. I want it now. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the mentality you need to have. You need to be the type of guy that says, you know what? I don't believe I can do shit. I know I can fucking do this. That's what you want to be. You're not a guy that believes in anything. You're a guy that knows with 100% of every bone in his body, you are 100% that you're going to build this company. Okay?
Okay.
That must be your mindset. If that is your mindset, Sinjin, I swear to God, this time next year, you will be making a minimum of 50 to 100K a month.
When it comes to making like testimonials, whether it's like from like it's fake and it's from friends or I buy it online, would I be having them like, would I make info and like a script for them to speak of and all that kind of stuff too?
Yep. So I have a video. I want you to watch it after this call. Okay.
Okay.
It's how to get case studies. Okay.
Mm.
Just find that in the course. Make sure you watch that, because like you just said, right? What would you need to see in order for someone to proceed with you?
The results.
The results. Bottom line. Okay.
And have you ever worried like, or should I even worry if like someone, because I assume nobody does it. I've never done it, even like people trying to dig deeper on the results. Like if I provide some fake company name under this testimonial, like,
yeah, don't worry too much about that right now, especially if you're doing volume, right? Because like, look, if you have 5 appointments a day, man, right? Even if someone does jump in deep and start asking you questions, like, gives a fuck, bro. You have 5 other appointments tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
You see what I mean? And that's why volume and consistency is the only thing that matters, because as long as your calendar looks like this, right? This is one of my sales reps. Look at his fucking calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 appointments today. Look at my other, I have another sales rep. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 appointments today. What about tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, these guys are just booked out solid every day. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if, for example, let's just say, like this one here, Zhengwen or Zhengjun Hao, right? Gets like something's wrong with him, or like something happened. It doesn't matter, because we have 10 other ones. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't matter, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just get your volume up, okay? Have at least 5 appointments coming in per day. And your goal is to start this process here until you replace yourself. Okay?
Right.
Like, you're not cold calling forever. Like, I started cold calling myself, dialing for dollars out of my bedroom when I first started this. And I even have video recordings of like me doing the cold calls too, like just for demonstration purposes, right? But this is how I started, man. Like, this is how you need to start. You got to hit the phones. For every second that you're not on the phone, that's money lost, you know? Like, in my CRM, like, we booked 4,300 appointments last year. 513 sales. Okay. 513 new clients. Okay. The way that happens is, look, this Sinjin, I want to explain something to you. This is one strategy. Okay. Cold calling, one outlet. This isn't even running ads. This isn't even outreach. This isn't even referral partners. This isn't even SEO. This isn't even cold email. Like, this is just cold calling, right? And you see the power. You can bring on 20 new customers, like I just showed you in the math, right? Because if you're booking 5 a day times 20 weekdays in the month, that's 100 appointments for the month. Out of the 100 appointments for the month, you're going to close at 20%. That's 20 new clients off of one strategy. Okay.
Okay.
Keep in mind, you need to set up 15 strategies in the curriculum. And the course just talks about 15 different strategies. Okay.
Okay.
This is one of them. Right when you start this one and you out, like you then replace yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is when you move to the next strategy. You build it and then you replace yourself again with the next strategy.
Got it.
The third strategy, replace yourself again. You keep doing that until you have 15 different outflow strategies running at the same time. And you have clients just signing every day. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the process here. Process is going to be to set up all of these different channels that are going to bring us clients one by one. That's what we're going to do over the course of this program. Just make sure that all of these things are set up, running. You have clients coming in. You're going to worry about other things later. Like right now, your problem is the lack of sales opportunities. We don't even need to talk about closing right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you should be focusing on right now is getting 5 people on the calendar every day. And if you can do that for 7 days straight, great. Let's talk about closing.
So wait, so if that's the current thing that I'd be focusing on and I'm trying to get in appointments, should I for now also just be trying to just kind of handle the closing myself then? And then obviously
absolutely. Just be open for your first like 10, 15, 20 sales calls to be horrific.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't need to be perfect, man. Like, you're learning, right? And I'm going to teach you, I'm going to make you sick. But in order to get there, you got to get your hands dirty, man.
Yeah.
So just don't be so worried about like, what am I going to say? Is it going to go through? Blah, blah, blah. What are people going to think? Fuck what people think, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this program is about making money, not caring about people and what they think. Okay.
Right.
So if you have to burn through 25 appointments and have a shit experience with 25 people, so be it, because the next 75 people we're going to slam dunk on.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you need to do this week?
Start cold calling, or I mean, like, I guess structure the leading list and the offer.
Yes.
And all those kind of stuff.
Well,
and
start
then
cold calling. Yeah, start cold calling, but you have prerequisites in order to start cold calling, right? You need these 3 things in
right.
play, in order to commence, right? So starting with the cold call would be setting this whole thing up here.
Mm.
So yeah, getting the appropriate lead lists and sources for cold leads, making sure that it's the right numbers and decision makers, and then crafting an offer that has the perfect lingo in it that matches who you're talking to, with synergized sort of ways of introducing yourself and making it warmer and with higher volume of your offer, and then a strong back end to really build that proof once they are booked so that they move over the finish line. Okay. You have those things, man. You call, you set it up every day, like no matter what, like for the rest of this year, like after today's call, you're cold calling. Okay. Like it doesn't matter, even if we revisit cold calling in 6 months from now on this call, it doesn't matter. Like you got to be doing it every day going forward after today. Okay. So, and then we're going to automate it later so that you're not doing it and you have appointments rolling in, right? So like, for example, check this out. I have a Slack channel. Okay. And look, today my SDRs booked 1, 2, 3, 4 already. 4 appointments. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, we booked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 appointments yesterday were booked. Let's see the day before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 the day before, etc. So it's about 10, 15 or so a day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that. You need 5. Any questions?
No, I think that about covers it for me.
Okay. All right. So that covers it for you. Great. Let's leave it at that. For now, get this set up. Okay. If you have questions, I'm here on Thursdays. We'll go through them. But yeah, this is the first strategy I want you to set up. You're going to thank me later. Okay.
Okay. Wait, can I ask you one quick question?
Yeah.
It's technically going a little bit forward in time, but let's say I manage to close like a deal with a client, and I'm speaking in regards to helping them technically get more qualified leads for their business. Would I, because I'd have like a media buyer running ads for me, obviously, because again, ads were never really my strong suit, so I don't mind outsourcing someone for it. Would I also get someone like as like an appointment setter to handle the actual leads when they come in, or would I try to speak to them myself?
For
Like,
what?
but
On behalf of clients or behalf of your business?
for my client, getting them more leads, like trying to find
Yeah,
them
no,
more
you you
homeowners or
you don't want to be calling any of your clients' leads. The only people you should be talking to are your leads. Okay.
right.
Um, you don't need an appointment setter right now. You could just start with generating leads. You
So
know,
would it just kind of leave it to the media buyer then to try
yeah,
and
just get leads and then have it poured into GHL and you know, just have it working that way. And then you can add a setter later. Like I wouldn't even complicate it right now.
okay? Because yeah, that was like because that was the worry because I didn't know if like the media buyer himself would actually be, I guess, interested in actually talking to our clients' leads and all that kind of stuff and trying to qualify them.
No, no. Yeah, you if you're gonna get anyone talking to your clients' leads, it's gonna be an SDR or an appointment setter. However, I don't think you should be doing that right now. You only do that when you have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clients, you know, like where it makes sense. But I would say the best way to go about it is just keep your service clean. Don't add too many bells and whistles. Okay.
Okay.
Sell it for a lower price to start. Um, and build your workflows like gradually, right? So right now, I wouldn't do that. We could do that later. Let's first get some clients,
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I'm all good. Thank you
Was
again,
that
Avi.
valuable?
Yes, more valuable than I can express it.
Okay, great, man. Well, I'm glad you gained value. So I want to see you here every Thursday, bro, because we have like you could even ask Tio, like he's here, he's punctual, like we have tons of strategies that we go over, whatever your heart desires, whatever you're struggling with, you bring it to this call and we solve that issue. Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. So yeah, cheers to a great year. Let's make a ton of money this year. Let's not waste any time. And I appreciate you guys today, for being here. And yeah, let's see you guys next week. Okay.